Good morning. This is your 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. Seeing plenty of sun out there at this time, as some of those high clouds have dissipated since the earlier briefing, but otherwise expecting a nice and quiet weather day today with some slightly above average temperatures and some light winds. If we look at the current surface analysis, we have this area of high pressure that has built in over the eastern part of the country that's going to keep things quiet over the next 24 hours, and then we'll see this boundary start to approach the region as we get into the weekend. And it's going to bring a few chances of some light precip as we go mainly towards the second part of the weekend, but next most significant rain will be as we get into next week. If we look at the upper level winds from this morning, sounding pretty light winds near the surface, and seeing those winds more north-northwesterly as we get up into mid and upper levels, seeing our peak wind today at 59 knots at 25,000 feet, and the freezing level this morning was at the surface. If we look at our current visible satellite, we see mainly clear skies over the local area, some additional high clouds off to the west and northwest. Should see some of those high clouds moving in as we get later in the day today, but overall expecting a pretty nice day sunshine-wise. If we look at the European model here to see how things play out over the next few days, again, expecting dry conditions to continue, nice weather, slightly above average temperatures. That continues as we go overnight and into our day on Friday. Could see a slight chance of maybe some patchy mist or fog around just before sunrise tomorrow. But tomorrow will be another dry and mild day. We'll see temperatures a little higher for our Friday as we get a slightly breezy conditions out of the southwest. The more southwest that wind is, the warmer we'll see those temperatures getting for our Friday, and then that mild trend continues as we go into the day on Saturday. Overnight, Friday night, and Saturday morning, have a very slight chance of maybe a light sprinkle moving through, but nothing too impactful. And as we move through the day on Saturday, we'll see a chance of maybe a light shower or two moving through the area as well. Again, with these, not much precipitation expected, and should be quick moving, so not too impactful. And we'll continue with some mild temperatures, and as we go overnight into Sunday morning, we once again get a slightly better chance of maybe a few light showers moving through the area, mainly during the morning hours on Sunday, but again, not expecting a lot of precip with this, and shouldn't be too impactful as we go to finish out the weekend. We zoom out here and continue into our work week next week. See that boundary over the area, and then we start to see an area of low pressure developing along that and working its way up into the mid-Atlantic region. The European model here has the best organized low pressure and more broad area low pressure moving up into our region, bringing some rain chances into the Wallops area as we get late in the morning on Monday and into the afternoon hours, keeping those rain chances around as we go into the evening and continuing overnight into the day on Tuesday. As you can see on Tuesday, better organized area of low pressure. This one we're going to start to see some breezy conditions as well, and better chances of some more moderate to heavier rainfall possibly as we go through this time frame here. And then as that area of low pressure moves off to the northeast, that's when we'll see the breeziest conditions, as well as that rain starting to taper off as we go through the day on Tuesday, with some breezier and cooler air moving in late on Tuesday and continuing into Wednesday as things look to dry out. Maybe a few upper level disturbances moving through, but nothing looking too impactful at this time. So if we look at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, expecting green conditions as we move through the workday today. We'll see our temperatures up around 50 degrees for the afternoon time frame. We'll see those winds staying light out of the south around 4 to 9 knots as we go through the afternoon. We'll see some additional high clouds moving into the area as we get mainly towards the later part of the afternoon, and otherwise not expecting any other significant cloud layers moving through. As we go overnight into our Friday morning, we'll see our low temperature right around 38 degrees, so well above average for this time of year, and continuing with those light southerly winds for our Friday morning. And we do pick up that yellow risk for some reduced ceilings and visibilities, with that slight chance of some patchy mist or fog around in the area. Right now, tides are running about 1 foot to 1.5 feet above normal and trending back towards a more normal tide over the next couple of days. If we look at the extended forecast here, we'll see nice conditions on Friday, with the exception of seeing some slightly breezy winds, but should stay below wind advisory criteria, with some warmer temperatures with a high around 56 degrees. We continue with temperatures in the mid to upper 50s, possibly hitting 60 on Saturday as we go through the weekend. We pick up that 25% chance of a shower moving through the area on Saturday, and continue slightly breezy conditions mainly later on, and then that continues as we go into Sunday. We have about a 40% chance of seeing some AM showers moving through the area. Again, not expecting anything too impactful. And then as we get into next week, we're still slightly above average temperature-wise, with our highs looking to be around 50 and or into the upper 40s as we go through the first part of the week. And then we had that our next best chance of seeing some more significant rainfall moving into the area starting late morning on Monday and then continuing into early on Tuesday. And then we start to see things drying out with some sun moving back in as we get into the day on Wednesday, but we'll see those breezy conditions behind that system as it starts to move out of the area. That's going to wrap up the 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. We'll be back again tomorrow at 8:15 and 10 a.m. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day.